LA Knight and Gunther have helped change the complexion for ECW heading in to the countdown for Survivor Series. We are now second place. From the ashes, we have come all the way back. You can see here on the chart, we were struggling for the first 12, 13 weeks. We found our groove moving into weeks 14 and 15. We went up a massive jump, huge pay-per-view, and now we're right there knocking on the door of SmackDown. A couple things to keep an eye on in today's episode. We have promised we'd put Bobby Lashley back in a match this week. He's been sidelined lately a little bit. We need to get him back in the fold. You see, he's got that 100 stamina. The popularity has dipped as of late, but he's been really good for us. He's a talent we'll have the whole year. We need to keep getting him into good feuds, good matches, and see if we can grow that stardom even higher. Again, taking a look at the rivalries currently going into this episode, Jade and Bliss are feuding with Henley and Flair. It's a level 3 feud that should be able to blow off at the pay-per-view Survivor Series and be a big hit. As well as Alexander and Gulak, it's a level 3 currently. Those two have been getting better and better as they've gone. Hopefully that one's going to be really strong. And then Jade and Henley, it says it's level 2 is stale. So I'm not sure if I'm really wanting to continue that long term. Creed and Man are at level 3. We're trying to raise Man's star power up, and then you have Gallows and MVP currently at level 2. So there's quite a few feuds to look at here, but looking at the show pack 'em in shakeup card we had from last episode, we get that for the next 5 shows in this episode. That will decrease all our ticket prices in the arenas by 10%, but we're going to increase the capacity of the arenas by 40%. So more fans in the seats, maybe a little bit less money overall. Let's go ahead and book out the first show. All right, this week's show is going to cost us about 10.5K. Trying to do some different things here because we are a little bit hamstrung with some classes. So let's get into it. This is the tag team rivalry that has seemingly gone on forever here, and Henley and Flair get the win, and there's the feud up to level 4, perfectly right where we wanted to be able to head into the pay-per-view with. We got a tag team call out here and it does nothing. Okay, well, that was a feud I was trying to grow to help out some people, but it didn't work. That's okay. So let's progress the feud here with MVP. Luke Gallows gets the dub. Okay, it's a 3-star match. It is a 3-star rivalry now. We'll take it. Carmelo Hazel, a little self-promo, does nothing for him. And Nicholas Mann, does he get a win? No. Brutus Creed stays rolling. Level 3 match. Level 4 feud has grown, and we get a little advertisement for KO. It drops his popularity, but it does get us 12K in revenue. And for the main event, a little bit of a mixed bag. We have a cruiser, a giant, a specialist, and a bruiser all in one ring for the World Television Championship here at ECW, who will take home the gold, and it is going to be Gulak. Shockingly, 4-star match. It's a 4-star feud, and we have some rivalries brewing here. I am intrigued, to say the least. So looking at the drama curve is our first show of this episode, and again, a pretty solid show through and through. WCW, very solid card as well. They did put a couple titles on the line, had a pretty decent opener right here with this tag match. Raw, very middle of the road. They're struggling lately, man. I think we really crippled Raw with some of the power cards we used, and SmackDown may be showing that they're going to start to dwindle a little bit as well. We'll see. We'll see. All right, looking at the viewership, we're up 48,227 fans, 122K in revenue. We'll take that. Let's see how we did compared to the rest. We beat SmackDown by about 5K. Raw, we beat barely, but a narrow victory is a victory in its own. And WCW wins it with 52,000 fans gained this week. So at the end of the week, we get a new card for Injury Rehab 3 that will reduce injury for a superstar by 3 weeks. And we are still second place. Again, chasing SmackDown, Paul Heyman's crew right there. You see how far back we're, a little less, under 30,000. We'll take it. We're on the right path. LA Knight talking about his contract will expire at the end of the week. Oh, LA. He's interested in staying for another 5 weeks. It'll cost us, though. Well, let's talk figures, sir. I think he's worth every bit of the money. We're just going to take it. I don't want to make him mad. I want to keep him happy. He's a huge star for us. We got to keep him. What's KO got to say? I love performing on bigger stages. Thanks for being a man of your word. We again upgraded to level 3 venue, so he's happy about that. Drew Gulak, what's your issue? I'm not feeling 100% physically right now. I don't mind the pain, but I don't want a serious injury. He wants 2 weeks off. Well, we can do that, Drew, but we're just gonna have to make sure we work some promos in to keep him, you know, going. And gonna go ahead and do a little scouting here. So there's a few people available that I'm looking at. Carl Anderson, Akira Tozawa. I'd like to get Akira, but he's gonna cost us too much money, I think. So I just gotta stick with the roster we've been given, the hand we're dealt. Let's book out the week and see what we can do. Okay, I'm not going to be, you know, very hyped about this week. We have a ton of people with stamina issues, so we've had to book a very mixed match weird card. Got a ton of people in the 30s on stamina. So we'll see here. Flair and Bliss begin a feud, 3-star opener. We get the tag team call out. It does begin a rivalry. That's what I want. Okay, let's see how Cora Jade and Henley have done. This has been a stale feud. It does grow the feud. Okay, it's not a very good match. Get a little call out action. This I'm not going to think it's going to do much. Let's see. Creed continues to dominate that feud. 2.5 star. Ugh. In the main event, oh man, 2/3 of this match looks good. Cedric Alexander with the win. Yeah, so it's a stinker. So it wasn't a very good week, and I knew it was going to be this way just because so many people are resting this week. And you can see how everybody else did. Raw, SmackDown back where they, you know, typically have been. WCW staying consistent as well. We gained 32,000 fans. We did get profit over 106,000. SmackDown, though, almost 20,000 fans better than us. Raw, 48,000 fans, and WCW 48,000. So again, not great. We dropped to third by about 10,000, 14,000 fans ish. Not the end of the world, but we're just kind of in a pickle with stamina. All right, fans are starting to get a little tired of Cora versus Fallon. After the rivalry, it's first match at level 4. You want to get okay. All right, this is a big card we need to try to get this week. So ensure that your least popular available specialist is in a match this week. Well, that's an issue because I promised Drew Gulak he'd have the week off. So we can get a health spa 3 card though. That's 18 stamina in recovery. That's huge. So let's see what we can do. Well, we got some great news. We're going to go ahead and sign Chad Gable. 5-week talent here. I may try to get him for the rest of the season for 90K here. He is a face specialist and he's pretty dang good. So we're going to get Chad Gable, welcome him on to the roster here. And that's going to help with us being able to now get our health spa 3 card. We are also going to be using Veto Champ. This will be able to veto a Superstars champion. So we're going to do that against SmackDown, try to hurt the top brand a little bit. All right, this show's costing us $6,000 and it's going to help some feuds and also going to fulfill some goals. So we're starting off with the tag team rivalry here at KO and LA Knight versus Logan Paul and Paragon J. Pierce. And the good guys win this one here. 3-star match, grows the feud to level 2. Love to see it. Gunther with a call out there, grows that feud with Bobby Lashley to level 3. We got the mid card here. Luke Gallows, MVP with the dub. Level 4 feud heading into the pay-per-view, just what we want to see. Bobby Lashley grows that feud, and now it's level 4. Chad Gable, newest member on the roster, calling out Carmelo Hayes here. We get a little action here. This is a match. I'd love to see this rivalry. And Carmelo Hayes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the specialist cruiserweight combination did not work, even though that match in real life would be a banger of a match. And we got our main event here. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss. Flair with the win. 3.5 stars. Nothing for the rivalry. So the drama curve shows that we had, again, a decent card outside of this mid card, which just didn't perform. Popularity wise, you got 3.5 stars between the two, but the role performance was terrible. Terrible. Don't like to see that. SmackDown was pretty dang solid overall. Raw was consistent and WCW was consistent. So where it ends, we get 36,000 fans, $117,000 profit. SmackDown, 10,000 fans better than us. Raw, about 10,000 better than us. And WCW is same as well. So we keep hurtling backwards. We're back down to the basement where we were 2 episodes ago. So we're down to last, but it's not about these middle weeks. It's all about that pay-per-view. We got 1 week left to build. So it's time to get ready for a big go home show. Okay, right here it says rest your male tag champions this week. If we do this, we'll get a veto star, block an opposing brand from booking their current most popular superstar next week's show. Again, this is a card we absolutely want to grab. So we're going to make sure to rest our 2 tag champs that really haven't done anything with the tag belt since the first 2 episodes. We're going to go ahead and upgrade to tier 3 for commercial ads. That's going to help with our show quality. Network deal payout will go up, and we'll unlock the Iron Man match ability now, which is good for rivalries. So that's going to help us with our show and our quality overall as we build up the assets there for our brand. All right, it's the go home show. We have quite a few, big matches here. A little different here. So we got the tag match. Let's see how this rivalry progresses here. We promised Logan Paul to win with the GM card. He gets it. He's happy now. The feud grows. We get a call out for Charlotte. The rivalry's not doing much for me there. Okay, triple threat match. This is just for the sake of Chad Gable getting the win right there. Golly, does nothing for any of the feuds involved. Fatal 4-way women's match, just trying to get them on the card. Alexa Bliss thankfully gets the win there. 2-star match. Feud grows a little bit there, not great. And then our main event is a tag match between 2 feuding forces, and it's not great. 1.5 stars. Not the best stuff overall for the go home show. Just struggling a little bit. So we're struggling a little bit. I think we're kind of treading water. I think we have too many of these jobbers on our roster. Now, a couple of them, such as Nicholas Mann, he's growing more and more and more. He's at 47 popularity now. These other 2 here, like Sammy George, she's got to go at some point, just terrible. And then up here, Paragon J. Pierce is almost in the 50s now. So, a couple of them are progressing properly. But when you're facing guys like this with SmackDown where there's no jobbers to be seen, it's just tough. So we have a little bit of a lack of depth, I think, with quality stars. So that's something to bear in mind heading into next episode, I think especially, is maybe we need to conclude with a big push with some bigger stars that can help us retain more fans. So as you can see here, Creed and MVP work well as a tag team. That's good to know. 30,000 fans is terrible. Profit $115,000. They're 18,000 fans better than us. They're 5,000 better than us, and they're 18,000 better than us. So we continue to trickle down. We do get an all-important card of Vito Star, which is huge, but we're 14,000 fans behind Adam Pearson Raw. And again, just an uphill climb. Getting ready though. Here we go. Survivor Series. Well, here we are. We're buying the Survivor Series PLE event venue. That's gonna help us a little bit. I mean, in terms of capacity, it's actually worse, but I think we get a bonus because of that, a boost of some sort. Let's go ahead and book out the pay-per-view. We need a huge card here this week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, $64,500 is the cost of this week's huge Survivor Series. This is, again, the next to last pay-per-view. This is it. This and then Mania. So if we're gonna make a push, it's got to be right here, starting with this show. We ended last episode at second place. Here we go. Let's get it going. Lashley with the win. Oh man, only a 3-star opener. Not great. Level 4 feud there. Okay, so the opener did not do what I was hoping it would do. Brutus Creed gets a win. Rivalry complete there, 3.5 stars. That's excellent. Hayes does nothing. Okay. Tag team, we're finally ending this feud between these 4 women. And Flair and Henley get the last laugh. 4 stars. Excellent. Little promo there, action for Gable. Let's end this feud here between these 2. MVP gets the last laugh, a 3.5 star. Logan Paul with a charity spot. And main event time for the World Television Championship. Drew Gulak, Cedric Alexander, and Cedric with the win. It's a 5-star legendary match. Concludes the feud. He is your new World Television Champion as we conclude. So at the end of the night, you see where we stack up. We started slow, but we picked up as we went, and I think we maybe had the best night overall. SmackDown had a 4-star opener and a 4-star finish, but middle of the road mid-card matches, which really you want to start and finish strong, so SmackDown did that. Raw struggled immensely. Look at all the jobbers, man. Yeah, 1 there, 2 here, 1 here, and I mean just all over the place. That's crazy. WCW, pretty decent. I mean, they had a really good 4-star opener and finisher with the women's matches. That's nice for them. But let's see where it matters here, y'all. How many fans? 139,000. Let's go. $100,000 profit. So 139K, that's the number to beat. SmackDown, we beat them. Raw, we beat them. And WCW, We beat them all. So at the end of week 20, heading to Mania, we jump to dadgummit. We don't jump up. We should though, technically, right? Hold up. Okay, I gotta look at this. Go botch. I gotta look at it right here. Here we go. So we should be up, but because Adam Pearce and Bischoff and Paul Heyman all have one trophy. You see the Hall of Fame trophies? They each have one. I have none. It's just like Mario Party, y'all. The stars matter most, more than your coins, in this case, fans. So because we don't have a Hall of Fame trophy, we default to last. If we do get one of those Hall of Fame trophies, we will jump up to third, still trailing behind Bischoff and Heyman. But, you know, the race is close as we get ready. Next episode, we conclude things. We got some trades to do here. I don't want any trade action. I'll see what's... Actually, you know what? Let's look. All right, we're trying to make a deal here with Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman offering me a trade here. Nicholas Mann, Chad Gable. In return, he'll give me Finn Balor, who's out for 2 weeks. That does me no good heading into Mania. I decline. I decline, sir. Okay, second trade here. This is Raw. Raw wants to give me Dexter Lumis, Bray Wyatt, and $3,700. In return, they will get Chad Gable and Nicholas Mann. So that's a specials fighter. I'll get in return 2 face fighters. And heading into Mania, though, that's 2 pretty... I'm actually... Yeah, I accept. I accept big time. Yeah, we're gonna utilize that. And here we go. We're on the road to Mania, ladies and gentlemen. It's about that time. All right, so as we conclude this thing, we got a shake-up card. We need the best possible one to head into WrestleMania for this season 1 finale. It's going to be a montage. Superstars gain 3 more ring experience. I don't care about that right now. Match types that cost more than 40k grant 20% more ring experience. Oh, man. Shoot, man. I guess we're just going to go for this. I don't know what else. None of those really help me a ton. But as we end it, y'all, you see the roster we currently have. We have $122,000. We got a double champion here at Cedric Alexander. And we've got 2 new stars here on the docket with Dexter Lumis now and Bray Wyatt, ladies and gentlemen. So we can work with that. We got a lot of fresh people out here that are getting ready to do some feuds. So, ladies and gents, we're getting ready for the season finale next episode. WrestleMania is on the cusp, but we need a huge, huge 5 weeks if we want to find a way to go from 4th to 1st and win season 1.